This conference
Okay.
will now be recorded.
We have completed up to employee user setup, but that employee user do not have any job roles. Yesterday we have seen it, right? We have logged in with the employee username. Because there was no job role, we don't have access to anything, isn't it? That username is empty. So now we are going to assign job roles to the employee user. What kind of job roles we are going to assign? Implementation related 3 job roles. The 3 job roles initially I have discussed. It is the application implementation consultant, IT security manager, and employee. And GL related 5 job roles. That is chief financial officer, controller. This 5. Okay. And then AP related, there are 3 job roles, because the first module we are going to work on AP. That's why we'll assign AP also now. And AP related 3 job roles are accounts payables manager, accounts payable supervisor, accounts payable specialist. And then supplier manager. If you want to create a supplier, then you have to be a buyer and supplier manager. So we are going to assign these 2 roles also, supplier manager and buyer. If you are not buyer, if your user is not assigned with buyer job role and supplier manager job role, you cannot create supplier. System stops creating supplier. Got it? So if you want to create supplier, your job role, you need these 2 job roles, supplier manager and buyer. These 2 job roles, AP 3 job roles, GL related 5 job roles, implementation related 3 job roles. All this we are going to assign to the user now. Which user? Employee user. So I have logged in with Oracle 001 only. This is implementation user. And from here, go to tools. Under tools, security console. Go to users. Find your username. What is our username? Oracle 001 user. This is employee user. Search. We got this username. Click on this user. Password already made it reset, but still I'll do it again because I don't remember what I kept as password. So password reset is done. Now edit. To add job roles, we need to edit. Add role. So here we have option called add role. First we will assign implementation related job roles. Application implementation consultant. Okay. So application implementation consultant, select this job role. Next, IT security manager. Next, employee. And the next, chief financial officer. Here we got chief financial officer. Controller. Financial analyst. Journal accountant. Journal accounting manager. Next, accounts payable manager, job role. Next, accounts payable specialist. See, with accounts payable manager, you get manager related job roles, whatever. Accounts payable specialist to create invoices to process payments. Accounts payable supervisor get access for approving invoices and all. Okay, so these three job roles required for AP. Accounts payable supervisor, and then we need supplier job role, that is supplier manager. To create supplier, this job role is required. If you don't have this job role, system don't give you access to the supplier creation. And then you have to be buyer. If you're not buyer, you can't create supplier. Supplier manager is to get access to the supplier creation, and you can create supplier if you are assigned with buyer job role. Okay, done. Save and close. Next, data access. All these job roles don't have any data access as of now, isn't it? So we need to provide data access to all these job roles. See, only GL and AP is enough. Supplier, manager, buyer don't require any data access. Okay, AP related job roles. We assign business unit to AP related job roles. The reason we assign business unit, because accounts payable module work with business unit. Whatever invoice we create, whatever payment we process, it happens with business unit. We don't assign ledger to accounts payable, we assign business unit to accounts payable. All AP related job roles need to be assigned with business unit. To assign job roles, go to setup and maintenance. Go to the project. What is task name? Data access for users. We did already for GL, right? Data access for users, manage data access for users. Click on go to task. And here we have option create. And username, Cloud 001 user, isn't it? Username is Cloud 001. Sorry, it's Oracle 001, right? And for which job role, and provide data access to the user job roles. Accounts payable manager, business unit, Oracle 001 business unit, the one we have created yesterday. Duplicate, click on this duplicate. It creates line with same details. Accounts payable specialist. Again, click on duplicate. Accounts payable supervisor. So all three accounts payable done. Save and close. And then create again, do it for GL. Okay. Next GL. Chief Financial Officer, data access set, controller, data access set, it will remove the moment you change role name. See, if I change role name, automatically that will remove. Because for this role, what do you want? System asks you to select. Then you have to select it. Journal accountant, done. Next, what we have to do? We have modified username, or we did edit on the existing username. Submit LDAP job. Whenever you change any information to the existing username, or whenever you create new username, you have to submit LDAP job. Click on this navigator. Under tools, schedule processes, retrieve latest LDAP changes, select and OK. Submit. So we have done this, we have done this, we have done this. Now we are going to assign, see, from now onwards, we are going to work with employee user, not this implementation user. The same project, whatever we have with employee user, sorry, implementation user, that project will transfer to employee user. Go to the project. If you want, you can create new project for employee user. But why? This project we can use. Click on this task panel, manage implementation projects, overview, and here we have the project. Edit, and change this username. See guys, this user don't have any project now because it is removed. It is assigned to some other user now. So you don't see any project with this username now. Okay. So we are done. We have assigned project to different user, that is employee user. We'll log off and we'll log in with employee user. Right, we got all, see yesterday when I've logged in there was nothing, but today we got this access to administration, we got access to all the details whatever required, and we got accounts payable also now. I'll show you payables. See, we got receivables also, but in receivables there is no other options. We have billing, we have revenue management, we have this account receivable. All those come when you assign receivables related job roles. Okay. See, you got receivables, it does not mean you got access to the functions. If you want access to the functions, then job roles are required. AR related job roles. Now we have assigned AP related job roles. That's why we got access to payables dashboard, invoice, and payments. These three activities we do in payables. When dashboard, we don't do anything. It will show you the whole picture of payables, invoices, and payments. What we process here is invoices and payments. Okay. And this is journal accounting. Already we have discussed on this, right? Now we are going to make if you remember, I have discussed about if you want to create a supplier, you have to be a procurement agent. Without being a procurement agent, you can't create supplier. So let's make this employee user as procurement agent. Click on this username, go to your project. Overview. And I got project details here. Procurement agent, click on search. We got task here, click on this task name. And here we go, manage procurement agent, click on go to task. It will ask you to select your business unit because procurement agent works at BU level. Select and add, write your BU name. Select this BU. See, don't click on this BU name, select somewhere else. I mean, click on somewhere else, don't click on this BU name. Save and close. Create. See, all these are procurement agents already created in the database through application. When these all saved in database. I want to create my own, click on create. Procurement BU, it's Oracle 001 business unit. And what is our username? Oracle 001 user, isn't it? So this is employee user. You can select only employee user. Implementation user, it will not show you here. Because implementation user cannot be a procurement agent. Clear? And select requisition BU as same business unit. Printer, we don't have any printer and I want this active. And this procurement agent in purchasing module, these all activities can be done. With this procurement agent in this module, I mean procurement module, these all activities can be done with this username. Okay. Save and close. Done. Procurement agent is created. Next, we have to start payables related setups. Okay. As I have discussed, because this week only we have started main practical classes. So as you guys said, you have not started practice, you need a time. So yesterday only I said I'll close with this today, right? So I'm going to close with this today. Okay. So next 2 days, 3 days, you have to practice. And I mean, I'm giving you gap because of you requested. So next 2 days, 3 days, we are going to, I mean, you are going to practice and you're going to finish up to this setup. See, it's not only for them, even for Ram, Numan, Madan, even you guys, because you guys also didn't start any practice, right? In the running batch at 10:30 a.m. Request you guys also to practice and finish all these topics. And from Monday onwards, we are going to start payables. 2 classes go for payable setups. 2 classes, and after 2 classes, we are going to start payable transactions. Ram, Numan, and Madan, by next Friday, you will be equal to this batch. I mean, this batch will come to your topic. Whatever topics I did for you, I think I have completed up to cross currency. So by Friday, we are also going to cross. Yeah. Any questions?
Shashank.
Guys, only if you practice, I'll give gap tomorrow. What do you want? Yeah, Ram. Yeah, tell me. Ram, tell me.
Shashank, if you don't
Hello.
mind, can I ask something?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is the? I mean, in real time also we have to create the employee user and the implementation user, right?
Yes.
Can I know
Yes.
the reason? Can I know the some explanations on those?
See, employee user can only be a procurement agent. If you are not procurement agent, you will not be able to create supply. An employee user can be a collector in receivables. If you are not collector, then you cannot create receipts. I mean, cash cannot collect from the customer. That is nothing but receipts. And if you are not employee user, then you cannot be a seller. You cannot do sales process in order management. That's why you have to be an employee user to do all these activities. First thing. And you may get a question why we can't create directly employee user without implementation user. Because to create employee user, we need ledger, business unit, legal entity created. I mean, we need business unit and legal entity, but without ledger, business unit cannot be set up and legal entity cannot be set up. To set up these all, we have created implementation user first, and then we have created employee user. Clear, Ram?
Yes, Shashank. Yeah, clear. And yeah, so then we have to assign all the roles and responsibilities for the user, right?
Because what activities you want to perform, based on the activities you are going to perform, job roles are required.
Okay.
Whatever
so
activities
then
you are going to perform, based on that, job roles are required. Yeah. Then data access is required for those job roles. Because for which organization you are going to do activities. See, I got a job role to do activities, but for which company you are going to do those activities? Right?
Yeah.
Question comes because of that, data access is required.
Okay.
Hello, Shashank.
Yeah, Madan.
Here's a question like the procurement agent, credentials taken by the procurement team, right? So not from the financial level.
In real time, finance team, supply chain management team do this. But
Okay.
But for an example, if company is using only financial modules, they are not using supply chain in Fusion. They are using some other software for supply chain. Then you have to do this all those setups. Basic setups that are required to process financial modules, you have to do this. In case we don't have finance, that's why I am showing you whole finance setups. And when I do financial setups, whatever basic setups are required in supply chain or human resource, that part also I'm doing. The reason because you need to know.
Yes.
See, let's say for an example, if I don't create employee user because that is part of HR, I say, let us use existing employee user because this is not our job. HR do this. But in real time, if this situation comes to you where company is not using HR,
Yes.
you can't say company buy HR and we will hire HR consultant, then we can do this. No, these are the basic setups. You have to create employee user to make them work on supplier creation and all. Otherwise, they can't process payments in AP. You got the point?
Yes.
So whatever required basic setups from other modules, I'm showing you because of that reason. I'm not selecting existing one. I can select existing also because that is not our job in real time. You need to know you may create if they are not using HR supply chain. Is this clear?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Any more questions? Yeah, Numan, go ahead.
Sir, I'm trying to log in through ADC2, I guess. Yeah, it's giving me authentication error, sir, with the same user ID what you have provided.
Yesterday I told you, right? Use UCF.
Oh,
Yesterday evening.
you said both are working.
I message use UCF folder.
Okay, sir. I'll use UCF. Thank you.
Hello, Shashank. Hello.
Yeah, Madan.
Hello.
Yes, Madan.
When will be the next class?
Monday. Because this batch said they need time to practice whatever we did so far. That's why I'm giving them time to practice. And also it is not only for them, it is for you also because you guys also have not started practice.
Yes.
So this UCF is working well and it will work on weekend also. So complete all these setups, whatever we did so far. Okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Shashank.
Yeah.
Shashank, I have one more
Ram,
question. Yeah, one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
In real time, the supplier part will create, our SCM team, right?
No. Procurement agent creates supply chain. Employee is HR. That's what I've discussed. If company don't buy HR module to use, see whatever offerings company buy, only they get access to that module. If company is not buying HR, company don't want to use HR in this Fusion applications, then you don't need employee user. Still you need employee user to work on financial modules to become procurement agent to create supplier. Without supplier, you can't process AP payments, invoices. So these basics required. That's why I'm showing you. And you also create if company is not using HR. If company is using HR supply chain, then you don't do. You are supply chain consultant or HR consultant to set up this whatever I did. In case they are not using, then your job to set up this.
Suppose if company using supply chain, then definitely they will do the.
They have to do. You have to ask them to do.
Okay.
Because they will ask you to do chart of account. Then why do you do their work? Ask them to do when they are in with you, right?
Yeah, fine, Shashank.
You want to take initiative and you want to complete, and you know procurement you want to complete, then you can complete in real time procurement also, and that employees go to
Your voice is not clear, Shashank.
TT.
It's interrupting.
You do his work, your whatever. Project portfolio management consultant. All these are different consultants to work on the application. All these are different consultants to work on the application. And if company is using all these infusion applications, all we work together. Because we need few setups to be done from the different modules, not related to finance. They need setup from financial modules. You got the point. Now in supply chain, they need chart of account. In HR also, they need chart of account because they process payroll. When payroll they process, journal generates there also. Yes or no? But here, everybody in the company works together. Clear? Now you may get the question, if company is not using supply chain or a company is not using human resource in Oracle apps, but all trial balance sheet they are generating from Fusion applications. Then payroll they are processing in some other software. So how entries generate here? So what they do normally in the real time, we call it as interface. Okay. So in the other software, whatever payroll they process, from there all entries we take, we map with what Oracle is required, and we upload it to Oracle. I'll show you how to upload data through interface in future. So we can upload. Same way, anything can be uploaded. When company is using other software, and that software data is required in Oracle, we can first we need to map data as per required in the Oracle.
Your voice is
Use Excel
interrupting.
something to map.
Hashish.
And after mapping data as per required, after we map, hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Now it's clear.
After we map Oracle requirement data, then we have to upload through interface. I'll show how to upload through interface in future. We can upload data not only through spreadsheet, we have interface also. Both I'll show you in future, guys. Yeah, so that's it. Any questions, Ram?
Shashank, I have one
Whether-
more question. Last one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Go
after
ahead.
creation of after creation of employee users, so we are going to work on that one, right?
Hello.
We are starting after creating employee user. We are starting AP. There is cost without that and process invoice of AP to create supplier and agent. To become procurement agent, you need to be an employee user. If you are employee user, then you can be procurement agent. If you are procurement agent, then you can create supplier. You can when you create supplier, then you can process invoice and payments in it. Clear?
No, I'm talking about
This
the
employee user. We are doing these other activities. Clear?
Yeah, fine, Shashank.
You're talking about?
Receivables.
Yeah. See, receivables also you have to create employee user because there you cannot create collector. If you are not collector, you can't create. I mean, you can't create receipts. You can't collect. It's nothing but. So employee user is required even for receivables. See,
Yeah, that's it, Shashank.
user activities supply creation, employee sorry, receipts creation, this end user activities. See, to do something is not effective training, right? I have to show as per setup how function works. Yeah, that's what testing. We have to test functions, business functions. For that purpose, we have created employee user. If only setups employee user, not a setup. Supplier creation is an activity of end users. Yes or no? And the same way, one second. However, clear? So that is the reason to test business functions, we have created this employee user. Without employee user, I can do all AP, AR, every setup. Without employee user, we can do. See, to do setups, what access is required? You need setup maintenance and financial offering. These access is required for setups, but you don't need employee user for this setups. Employee user is required for business activities to perform or business functions to perform. Clear? Clear, Ram?
Shashank, now it's clear. If anything comes up, I will let you know, Shashank.
Madan, Ram, Ajinkya. Okay. So that's it for today. We are done. We are going to meet on Monday.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye, Shashank.
Bye, Shashank.
Yeah, Ram. Yes, Ram. Hello, Ram. Can you hear me?
It's fine, Shashank, no problem.
Ram, I'll call you. I'll discuss on